Hey everyone, this is Carissa with Success Beyond Reason, and in this video I'm just going to show you how to set up a funnel from both a template and from a blank setting. So when you log into your account, of course I'm in the demo account right now, you're going to go ahead and go to the left hand side and scroll all the way down to funnels and websites. In here you're going to find the funnels area, and you're just going to go ahead and click funnels. As you can see, I currently have one funnel set up, but in the likelihood you'll want to create a new one, you're just going to come up here to the new funnel button and click the plus setting. There's two options here. You could go to the template library, or you can create one from just your own setting. So for starters, I'm going to do the template, and then we'll go and we'll create our own. So in the template, you're going to find that there's tons of different versions of what you could create. I'm going to go ahead and pick something kind of fun. Let's go ahead and do martial arts. That sounds fun. So you can always check out the templates, beforehand, kind of look about them, what they are, how they look. If you don't like it, you don't have to get it. So for this one, it kind of looks a little boring. Let's go play with a more fun one. How about coaching? Let's see. Okay, so discovery call, upside down funnel, project management webinar, smart booking. I used to be a project manager, so maybe let's pick this one. So as you can see, I'm giving it a look. It looks great. I agree down here, and then I'm just going to get this template. Then it could take a while. It could take as fast as the few seconds you just saw. It looks like this one actually only has one step. This one I imported had 4 steps, but it'll import right there on the spot. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to look at it. I see that there's a home button. I can go ahead and edit this page right there. Depending on what you have already in your asset library, it could be fast or slower. You may need to get additional things. Looks like this one's just a webinar, but you can change the date, whatever you need to do. So in order to do these things, right, if you've ever built any of these funnels, you might know this, but they're basically built in sections, rows, columns, and elements. And a section is this big green section at the top, is part at the top. And I can add a new one, and I can choose how big or small I want it to be. For this one, I'll show you, let's just do a wide one to show you that. As you can see, the length on the top one is much longer than, or I guess it would be width, of the secondary one, right? And that's because I chose a smaller width of a section. I can then go ahead and add a row, and depending on how many columns I wanted to do, let's go ahead and add 2 columns. I then can add an element, and here you'll have a variety of options. Maybe I want to put in something fun like a progress bar if I'm going into maybe a 3-step sort of situation, and then maybe I even want a countdown timer to set it up against this timing. So once you do these elements, you also have the ability to edit them. So I can actually come in on this orange element right here, hit the setting button. I can change really almost everything about this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and pick red because I have more of a red theme going on. I can actually, you can choose whatever wording you want, almost complete. And then if I go into advanced, I can even decide how far complete I want it to look. You could change pretty much whatever you wanted in here. If you wanted it to be kind of look a little bit different, if you wanted a shadow, you could go ahead and throw one of those on. Let's make it a bit bigger so you can kind of see. Text shadow, maybe you want a little bit of a text shadow too, and you might want a full border. So if I go ahead and click off that, it should look a little more like what you kind of expected. Now, I don't like that green outer border, so I went back into advanced here. I'm just going to go ahead and change that border to be black. Still don't love it, but it's better. So you can also always pick themes. So maybe you want it to be have this sort of effect to it. Go ahead and pick that theme. And then anything else you're going to probably find in advanced if you're kind of looking to do some more, tricky things. If you just wanted this to appear when you're looking at the mobile, go ahead and click off the visibility setting of the desktop. You can always turn it back on if you so wish, and that's going to be in that advanced setting. Similar with any other element, you can edit it by just clicking on it and going into the general section. You'll find most of what you need to change in here. And then the fun parts let's pick August 9th for now. Right? August 9th. You can then even come in here and say you like the formatting on these two, but you're kind of sitting here going, oh, I wish it was a little bit wider or shorter, maybe tighter together. You could do those types of things. So maybe I want the padding on the left to squeeze in and the padding on the right of this column section to squeeze in. Kind of depends on what you're looking for. But as you can see, as I narrowed the left and the right side, I was able to get the effect I might have been going for. Same thing happens sort of up in this green section. You're going to have some paddings and some margins that you can play with. You could squeeze things down even further if you so wanted. And then let's say you just decided, you know what, I don't really like what's going on here, but I like this element. I can take this element and fold it all the way up to be wherever kind of I wish it to be. Let's say I want to put it right under this project management webinar. And then let's say I want this little element right here to be down here. And then let's say I just decided I want to get rid of this section. I can delete it. Don't ever always remember to save. You'll want to make sure you do that quite often, just in case if you do accidentally exit the page. Sometimes it does save it, but it's never a guarantee. So I do suggest saving as much as possible. So as you can see, I'll go ahead and I'm just changing the fonts on these and the colors. I don't really like maybe that font. I might want to take a custom font. All the font families are Google fonts. So you'll go ahead and be able to find, if you just search Google fonts, on Google, you'll actually be able to find a nice place where you can look and see what all these fonts look like to make sure you're picking one that aligns best with your brand. All right, and so once you're done and you've gone through all of this and you're happy with what's going on, as you can see, they have another version of that. You've put in maybe you've gone in and you're like, oh, I don't like this image. I'm going to pick a different image. Oh, this is a video. Never mind. So I'm going to pick a different video. So I'll throw in a different YouTube video. Maybe this guy isn't what you're looking for. So you'll come in and you can upload a picture if you so wish. You could always search on Unsplash or Pixabay. Maybe you want a male studying. Not sure that's going to come up with anything. Oh, well, I guess it kind of did. This isn't so similar, but we'll choose this one. So it'll upload down here. You can see it's uploading. Okay, so now I can go to my library. Oops, I saved it twice. I'm just going to go ahead and click that, and now I've changed that image. Changing text, you just type hello. I'm typing here. And you can change font colors, whatever you so like, just on this left-hand side. And if you have any questions, please reach out. As you can see, this fun button I like has a bit of a animation on it. So you'll find in these button sections the link to the URL, or if you want, you can always go to a next step in the funnel, open a pop-up, scroll to an element on this page. So maybe you want to specifically scroll to, oops, hard to see, but let's say you want to scroll to one of these sections. You can actually pick these. So I think for this one, it's best to probably open a pop-up. And if I wanted to edit the pop-up, I just come up here and hit pop-up. I might add a row and then add an element that says headline. And I'll say sign up now. And I'll go ahead and maybe I'll add a form. And we don't really, we have these two forms. We'll use this one for now. And we'll just hit save, and this one might be done for you. It kind of depends on what you're looking for in your funnel. I will show you the other funnel that I have in here, and then after that I'm going to show you how to quickly create your own funnel. So if you did want to add a step, you just click this button to add a step, and you'd go ahead and start your funnel making. But we'll go over that in a second. So let me go back. The $39 appointment one, I also was a template. I also imported that. And so you can see this has 4 distinct pages. You go to the offer. So say you run an ad, they come into the offer. They then go into this booking page. After they book, they then take a survey, and finally they run into a thank you page. In another video, I'll show you campaigns and how to make sure that all the triggers are connected and working such that they line up and you can really start to convert these leads. But let me show you how to make a funnel from scratch. So we're going to go ahead and come in here and say, I just know exactly what I want to create. I'm going to go ahead and create this test funnel. I'm going to click on this left-hand side, add a next step. Let's say they're going to enter into maybe the opt-in page. Test. If you have a ClickFunnels account, what's awesome is you could actually put in the ClickFunnels URL, check the box that will appear that says yes, this is something I own and I have permission to copy this in, and it'll import as to its best ability the entire page. It's quite a wonderful feature. But for now, we're just going to say create next step. I'm going to go ahead and edit that page just as I showed you. We'll create maybe a full width section, add a row, 1 column. I'm going to throw in a headline. I'm then going to maybe do another column with maybe a button, click to sign up. Maybe here I'm going to put in a video, and then maybe I put in, a paragraph of text with some bullet points of why things are so awesome. And then maybe down below here I'll add a form. Do the $39 form one. And then when they click to sign up, I'll go down here, instead of open the pop-up, I'm actually going to have it scroll down to the form. It should be able, sorry, it's not showing very well. There it is. So there's the form right down there. Okay, and so then I'll hit save, and if I wanted to preview this, easily preview it, this is what it would look like. If I click to sign up, you could see it scroll down. If it was longer, it would scroll down further. Let's see, let's go back. Let's say you wanted to edit the background of this entire page. Up here in settings, you're going to find the SEO metadata. You'll want to add some of that if you're looking to make sure that people can find this page. Any sort of tracking codes you may need, custom CSS, but background right here is what I like. So let's go ahead and pick a background. You can use some predetermined ones that we have in here, right? They're pretty. Or you can search for one. Let's say we want to go, I like Unsplash. Let's say clouds. Let's pick a pretty cloud. Let's save that to my account. I'll pick that as my background. Oh, so, you know, want to come in here and maybe change some things just based on the coloring, but for now we're going to click save and that's all done. So upon submission of this form, one thing I want to make sure we do, oops, let's exit out of the background. So you could actually use, if your form does have, and there's going to be a video on forms as well that you can find on our YouTube channel, but you can pre-build a form action within the form that you create so that it specifically redirects, let's just say, to a particular URL or a particular area on your website. But I'm going to have this one go to the next step. So once they say, yes, I want this, I'm going to have them go to the next step. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. So now when I come in here and I build my next step of the funnel, maybe it's an upsell. Highly suggest that be your kind of methodology and strategy there. But do whatever you want. So I'm just going to call this an upsell. Path/upsell test. And I'm not importing, so I'm just going to go ahead and create this. I'm going to hit the edit page button. I'll start with a full width one column, add an element, headline, weight, grab this one time only special. Maybe I'll add the order form. Where are you? Order elements. There you are. And then over here, maybe I'll add a video and I'll add some paragraphs about how awesome this product is with some bullet points. Maybe up here, I probably also want a secondary headline, so I can just boom, click that, move that up there with these arrows. I'm going to come in here. I maybe am selling them. Maybe I'm not going to ship them a physical product. So I may want to come into this order form and actually do change this to billing rather than shipping. I'll do a full product setup in a later video, so look out for that. But for now, especially with order bumps and whatnot, like this is just the simple stuff of what you may or may want to do when you're quick setting up some of these funnels. So you can also view step 2. Here, I'd want to update this to billing. Can't spell today. All right. And so maybe that's it. Maybe like that's what you want your page to look like. Say, maybe I'm even going to tell this one to have a specific background color. Let's do a color. All right. You can also add in additional colors right here. If you did, say you didn't like the color options you had, you could come in here, click that black right there. And if you had a specific code, you could find it, or, you know, maybe you just wanted this to be a little bit more intense of a color. I'd hit add. You're done. All right, that's it for now. Look out for more videos. Thank you, thank you. Put this in the cello.